Yep, power rankings time. And let's start by showing you how we went into this past week. 10-1 in that order: Lions, Bills, Bears, Packers, Cowboys at 6. Top 5: Saints, Rams, 49ers, Chiefs, Patriots at 1. And before we get into the new poll, a notable out. Goodbye, Cowboys. Cannot keep you in at 3-2 with back-to-back losses, especially when the two setbacks came to the only two good teams you played so far. Say what you want about quality losses, but power rankings are supposed to recognize the best of the best. So into our top 10 now, where we find a squad that's on a similar trajectory as Dallas. The Rams have lost their last two since winning their first 3. And you could argue that their loss to Tampa at home 2 weeks ago was worse than either loss that Dallas suffered. But the Rams can boast wins against the Panthers and Saints, albeit in the game that saw Drew Brees go out. But the only thing worse for Cowboy fans right now is that Philly is again playing well. The Eagles are in at 9 thanks to consecutive victories, topping the hapless Jets after that big W in Green Bay. Aforementioned Carolina is 8. The Panthers have won 3 straight since they took a hobbled Cam Newton out of the lineup. Former Aggie and former U of H quarterback Kyle Allen has led the Cats to a couple of good wins in Houston and against a Jacksonville group that had some momentum. At 7, the Bills, the most under-the-radar 4-1 team in the league. 1, because they're the Bills. And not to hate, but their 4 wins have come against the Jets, Giants, Bengals, Titans. Neither the Jets nor Cincy has won a game. And the win against the Giants came when Eli Manning was still playing. Not to mention, when Buffalo did face a good team, they fell to the Patriots. Seattle gets back into the poll in a big way after knocking off the Rams. The Seahawks are 6. Home loss to New Orleans 3 weeks ago hurt, but they took care of business against Arizona before knocking off the defending NFC champion Rams on Thursday. Chiefs are here after moving down from 2 last week. We had them at 3 for the first several weeks of the season behind the Rams and New England, but Patrick Mahomes and company coming off their first loss came at home to the Colts, who we thought about including in our top 10, but there are hotter 3-2 teams that we went with instead. The Packers are 4-1. Their only loss came in a close game to Philly, and it's an Eagles team that's starting to turn the corner. Green Bay has wins at Chicago and against Minnesota, in addition to that 34-24 triumph in Arlington over the weekend. And keep this in mind, there's only one division in football in which all 4 teams have winning records. The Pack leads that division. Also at 4-1, the Saints. They're 3 after another win. They took care of business against the Buccaneers squad that had just knocked off the Rams. So 3 straight wins for New Orleans since the Drew Brees injury against Los Angeles. Teddy Bridgewater and company go for 5-1 when they visit Jacksonville on Sunday. At 2, raise your hand if you had these guys at 4-0 back in the preseason. Last night's 49ers beat down to the Browns means they leave the 5th week of the season as still the only undefeated team in the NFC. Now, sure, they've benefited from playing the Bungles, the struggling Steelers, the overrated Browns after starting off at Tampa, but 4-0 is 4-0. In fact, the last time this storied franchise did that, Joe Montana and Jerry Rice were dominating the league. Speaking of dominating the league, no one's ever done it like the Patriots have over the last 20 years, and no one's done it better this year than have the Patriots. Here's the thing. 4 teams in the league have not won a game yet. The Patriots have played 3 of them so far. But still, you tell me who else should be number 1. And do not expect to change the top anytime soon with the Giants, Jets, and Browns next on New England's schedule.